Hello awesome people, welcome to Parcel Creation video tutorial. In this video, I'm going to show you the process that I went through in achieving this result in Adobe Photoshop. See how nice it is. There are two designs and I'm going to show you step by step the process that I went through in achieving this result. But before we jump into this, let's talk about our sponsor for today's video. Skillshare is a huge learning platform with thousands of premium classes for creative and curious people. They have 1,000 of inspiring classes about graphic design, photography, illustration, filmmaking, freelancing, and much more. They offer 3,000 classes about Photoshop alone. One class that I really like is Photoshop Essentials, course from Danny Scott. He has almost 50 premium content for Photoshop class only. Unlike YouTube, Skillshare is 100% free of ads, so you can stay focused and follow wherever your creativity takes you. And for the first 1,000 people who join Skillshare from the link in the description below will get 1 month free trial premium membership. Join Skillshare to boost your creative today. I personally have a class there, so when you join Skillshare using the link, you also have access to my class, 1 month free premium to explore more from the top creatives and me as well. Now let's get back to our tutorial. Alright, so this is the first design and here is the second one. So I would like to take you through this one before we come into this one. So with this one, I started with the background. So initially this was the background. So this is the process that I went in creating the background. I started with a solid background that's black, and then I added this nice effects. You can see from here. Let me remove the blur. So this was the image that I got from the internet and I decided to use this. So the first thing that I did was to scale this one to fill the whole canvas how I want it to be. Then I added a layer mask to this one, so you can see the layer mask is over here. Then with the layer mask added, I took my brush tool, and with the layer mask selected, I painted a portion that I don't want with black, because with layer mask, white reveals and black conceals. So from here, I added a Gaussian blur, and then with a Gaussian blur, when you go to filter, then you will see blur, then you will see Gaussian blur. Then I click on it and you can see I have the figure that I type in over here. So let me undo. So when I double click on it, you will see the figure that I type here. So let me bring it back to 0 and let me check the preview. Let me make it 1 and you can see 1. I'm not getting anything. So I think it was 34. So let me make it 35. So when you increase your slider for the radius, you are going to get this nice blur for your background. Then from here I went a little further by adding this nice gradients on top, because the black and this was not going, so I wanted something which will blend them together. So I added a gradient map, and with the gradient map, when you go to adjustments, click on it and you are going to see a gradient map over here. That one, to click on it, and this effect is going to open for you. So it is double now, so let me delete one. Alright, so let me open the one that we already had. Alright, so this is the gradient map we have. So I'll double click on it and you will see the gradient that I used over here. So you can see it's a simple gradient. Click on it and you see the colors that I used. So you can choose any gradient, or you can mix one for yourself, and you see the blue one is very nice. If I was to do this design again, I think I was going to use this one. Looks nice also to me. Alright, so to get the same effect, double click here and you can copy the color code that I have over here. Alright, then also you can also copy this one also. Simple. Alright, so this was it, and from here, that was the simple background that I got for this design. Then also I think I added this bleed area. You can see normally when you finish printing a design, we cut around it to get the shape that we want. So I created this bleed area. So when we finish and we print it out and we are cutting, we don't enter into the main work. So that was the purpose for that. I don't think you need to create it. Then from here, I started bringing in stuffs like the pasta, the lady pasta, so you can bring in your own images. And please, to remind you, I have a course fully on selection that I will leave a link in the description below for you to check it out. It's a really helpful technique that I have compiled it into one video. So please, if you are interested in learning how to remove background just like I have done here, please make sure to check the link and it will lead you to the course. The link are two. I have posted it on two sites, so you can use either of them. Actually, one is free and one is also $1, just $1. You pay $1 to watch the course, or you can join it for free, but terms and conditions applied. Alright, so from here, I added the logo, and you can see that I have grouped all my layers to make everything clean, as you can see from here. So please, I will leave a link in the description below to lead you to download this PSD file and the source file as well. So if you like to use the same thing that I use over here. Alright, so from here too, I started bringing in the other pasta. So it was just a simple shape that I draw with a rectangle tool, and then I increase the stroke color to 25. I change the color to white, and I think the main background I choose black. And with this simple technique, you are going to get this cool effect that I have over here. Alright, so from here too, I started adding in my text and information. So this was the main text for the program, Charisma All Night, and the theme you can see is raw. So I added some shapes, just 2 lines, one up, one down. And then if you are wondering the text that I use for the Charisma, you can find it over here. Actually, I don't have that font on this machine. I didn't do the design here, but here is the font name. You can download it from the internet. It's a free font, and also I will leave a link in the description below which will lead you to download this font as well. Alright, so from here that you can see, someone will be wondering, 28, this, what is that? So I added these icons, which I downloaded it from the internet, and I'll leave all these in the source file so that you can download, and you can also use this information to design your own. So actually, this was how I went about designing this in Photoshop. And please, if you like it, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and also subscribe if you haven't. Alright, then let's move on to the next one. So with the second design tool, you can see it's very similar to the other one. I started with the same idea, starting from the background tool. So I started bringing in stuff, and this was the first thing that I brought in. It was very small, so I increased the size. So if you want to increase the size of anything, with it selected or with the layer selected, Ctrl T for free transform, and you are going to get the option to enlarge it as you want it to be. So I wanted it like this, and I got it as such. Alright, so from here to I added this nice line that I also got, and then I made a duplicate at the top over here. You can see the same thing. As always, I love gradient map, so I added a gradient map as I showed you earlier. This was the gradient map that I added. Alright, and also with the gradient map added, you can change the blending mode from here. So when you select this and you hover over this, it is going to give you a different options, which sometimes is going to help you choose something fresh, something good for yourself. So I was okay with it, just that I wanted to change the color a bit, so I added this hue and saturation, which it wasn't too much, and that one too, you can find it under the adjustments. Then with the adjustment, when you open the hue and saturation slider, you are going to find this one also. So when you click on it, with the hue slider selected, when you move it around, it is going to change the colors for you. Alright, so let me delete the one I just brought in. Alright, so this was the background. Then I started bringing in stuff like my picture. So this was the pasta, and I created a bleed around this as always. And then also I added this photo light. So it was a lens flare that I added to the pasta. So I added this light to throw more light on the pasta. Basically, that was the idea. Alright, so how I added this, with this one selected, let me delete this, the max. So with this one, I changed the blending mode from normal to lighting. So with the lighting, it will remove all the other colors that was not light from it, and I got this as my final result. Then you can see that it was trying to enter into the pasta, so I added a mask to it, a layer mask. You can do it over here. Then with the layer mask, I wanted to remove this puzzle. With the pasta image selected, Control on PC, Command on the Mac, then I click on the thumbnail of the picture, and a selection was made around the pasta. Then from here, I selected the layer mask over here. I selected inside, and with the help of my brush tool, shortcut is B. With it selected, I started painting in. So you can see the selection is, so you can see from here that selection is only around the picture. So when I try to paint outside, it's not going to do that. But when I paint inside, you can see it is going. So this one is also inside. When I paint, that one too will go. That one too will go. But the good thing is, with the layer marks, we are painting with black, white reveals, and black conceal. So if you want to bring this part back, I can change this one from the white, from the black to white, and then I'll paint it back, and I'm going to get my result as I want it to be. So I can see I have some over here which I don't like, to let me change to black and let me remove those parts. Okay, I think it's not part of this. Alright, so from here, to remove the selection, go to select, and you will see deselect, and shortcut is Control D. I really love using Control D. It always makes my hand handy. So click on that to remove the selection around the pasta, and boom, you are going to get this result as your final product. Alright, so from here, I started adding some shapes. So this was the first shapes that I added. So this is a normal rounded rectangle over here. So when you go to the tools, you will see rectangle. Normally with Adobe Photoshop 2021 and beyond, we have the rounded, but the version that I'm using, Adobe Photoshop 2022, is no more in, because they have added that effect to the rectangle tool. So when you select that and you draw a rectangle, you are going to see a hand. So let me click on OK. So when you click on the move tool and you zoom in, you can see, so normally when you are zoom out, you are not going to see that, hey Charlie, where is this? So zoom in, and you are going to see these dots, these 4 dots. So when I click and drag, it's going to make the rounded shape for me. But what if I want to only make only this side? So double click on this, and you are going to get a chance to round only that place. So basically, this is a new way that we make a rounded shape on a rectangle that you have drawn. And also with that one selected, when you go to Window and you select Properties, you are going to get these options at the down here. When you click on it, it's also going to help you make the same selection. Alright, or it's also going to help you to make the same rounded shape that you want. Alright, so from here, I started adding in my information. So I have my text and information. So it is basically text. Just type your text. It was follow this person on social media. So I needed to bring in the social media icon. So I have it over here: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, the call symbol, and the rest. So basically, this was how I went about this design also. And please, if you like this content, make sure to click on the like button. Leave your comments. Which of the 2 designs that you love, let me know in the comment section. I'll be happy to see your response. And also, please try your hands on this design if you really want to improve your design skills. Thank you very much for joining me on today's video. Until next time, peace. We love you. And also check your screen, the 2 videos we pick for you to enjoy next.